better at all impact clashes in under 4 minutes, doing it in the order the game shows us. First off, we have speed impact, which is triggered by both sides dragon dashing. During this impact action, your goal is to properly time the outer circle on your screen to land inside the inner purple circle. If you press it too early, you're at a disadvantage, and if you time it way too late, that also puts you at a disadvantage. The closer you press to the square, the greater. However, for starters, it's best to try to time your input to when the outer ring just reaches inside the inner circle, and then as you gain more confidence doing this, then you can take more liberties. These impact actions can happen unexpectedly, and one mistake that can commonly happen is that you could be pre-mashing your attack button before the sequence even begins, which will be regarded as an early input in the game and you failed. So it's better to throw those mashing habits out the window than practice on your accuracy. The second phase of this impact clash is a rapid button battle which determines how much damage the victor will deal to their opponent. Although, it is important to note that the winner of the first phase will always come out on top regardless of who wins the mash battle, so you have to get your timing down initially. In all impact battles, you will see this boost button, which is something that can swing the struggle in your favor, but it requires ki and I recommend you only use this during emergency situations. Next up, we have the power impact, which is triggered by simultaneous throws from both opponents. The goal to win this impact is to hold your input button until it reaches the glowing gold needle. The closer you release it to the needle, the better. However, if you hold it for too long, you are put in this little timeout and you will be locked out from pressing any buttons for a while. That's pretty much there is to it. The method I like to use to win this one is to just gradually increase your meter with 2 to 3 mini holds until it reaches somewhere closer to the needle. This reduces the chances of shooting beyond it. The way the boost works in this impact is that it pushes the needle further back and increases the distance your meter can go through. And remember, the longer your meter, the better. Now, we have the crash impact, which is triggered by both sides doing a step within battling range. The goal in a crash impact is to press the input shown on your screen before your opponent does. So basically, it's a reaction time test. The game has put the 50-year-olds and people over 400 milliseconds of reaction time into consideration. Although it is a who can press the button faster test, there is also an element of who can press more accurately test, which is indicated by this flashing light on the ring. Pressing it accurately will have a little spark come out of that said ring. So, other than having good reflexes, my only other tip is to make sure that your inputs are accurately timed. Slow and steady wins the race, in some cases. And finally, we have the blast impact, which is the most game-changing out of all the clashes, so it's important you get this down. Now the goal in this impact is to convert as much energy as you can to win the beam clash. In this one, you're given a gauge with a meter. The meter increases automatically, and what you need to do is to time your inputs as close as you can as the meter approaches the right side of the gauge. This is what converts your energy. The more yellow meter you have in the gauge, the more energy you convert. Now, it's imperative that you do not let your meter go beyond the gauge limit, as that will not be converted into energy. There is also a subtle sound cue that lets you know whether you've converted your energy or not, so keep an ear out for that. As the victor of this battle deals a crap ton of damage, I would recommend using boost during this interaction because you do not want to be on the losing side of this situation, man, I promise you. It could literally spell death for you. And that is the end of this video. Here's to hoping these explanations and tips can help you win your matches now. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed, and now I shall ride off into the sunset with Bulma!